Hey everyone, I was pretty excited today. I got a 2018 Camry for my rental car. I'm actually the first person to rent this car. As you can see down there, I put 46 miles on it. That was just me coming from the airport up to the hotel. And so when I got it, it had 11 miles on it. I want to see what kind of miles per gallon I can get this thing up to. If you see my other video, I got my Tacoma up to like 29 or 28 miles per gallon. But this is a Camry, so it should be able to do quite a bit better than that, and I'm just curious to see what I can get it up to. It's currently sitting at 44.2. I think it might be possible to see if I can get this thing up to 50. I'll have to look up later what its kind of stated city and highway miles per gallon are. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I guess the other thing I can do is for any of those of you who would be interested in a 2018 Camry, I'll do kind of a quick walk around and give you a look at it. Throughout the week I'll kind of give you my reviews on it. Overall, looks wise, it looks really cool. I really like it. It kind of looks like a little bit similar styling to the Lexuses or the newer Lexus vehicles with the back end. Here, I'll show you how it looks with this closed. I kind of like the edging here, or the side styling that they did. I think it's a pretty cool looking car. Yeah. Alright, so here's day 2 of starting to see how this thing can do. So this is a 2018 Camry. We're going to see how high on miles per gallon we can get it up to. It's going to be a little hard today. It's going to be torrential downpours most of the day today, but we'll see how this goes. So I was able to get it up to 35.5 miles per gallon, but I did miss the previous trip. It was raining so hard out. As you can see, it's pretty nasty out. It was raining so hard I forgot to video it, so I got it up to 35.5. I think before, on the part of the trip that I missed, I think I was at 35 or 36. One thing I noticed is that there's a significant difference between what it calculates as the total average miles per gallon, the tank average miles per gallon. And what's interesting in this particular case is that I'm the first rider of this vehicle, and so presumably the first full tank. So I'm not really sure why there would be a difference between the total average miles per gallon calculated and this tank's, because this is technically the first tank, so it should be the same. Just something interesting I noticed. Alright, so this is the conclusion of my trip. So you can see as a total, it's at 33.5, average 30 miles per hour. I'm not really sure. I question that. The tank, I got 41.6 miles per gallon. What's interesting though is this is the first tank, so I've taken it for a total of whatever 178 minus 11 miles is. The trip to the airport I didn't do as well. I got 42.4, averaged 59 miles per hour. So yeah, we'll judge that against, I'm about to fill up, and so I'll include how much I fill it up with and do the manual calculations. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so let's see how much fuel I have to put in this. About 1.5 gallons. So to fill it, I got it up to 1.794 gallons. So I mentioned in my video that I was going to do the manual calculations, and as you saw, I had to fill up with 1.794 gallons of fuel at the gas station. So if you do that over the total mileage that I drove, which was 178 miles divided by the 1.794 gallons, that gives you 99.21 miles per gallon, which seems pretty unreasonable. So there's obviously an error in here somewhere, or there's some fuel unaccounted for, which is I think the case. Because even if you were to assume, okay, they filled it up after the 11 miles driven on the original, which is what it was given to me, so they drove it 11 miles in the testing or whatever, and then for when they gave it to me as a rental car, it was completely full. Well, that would take 11 miles off of the total fuel, or the mileage applicable to the total fuel consumed. So that would take you for 167 miles over the 1.794 gallons, which still gives you 93 miles per gallon, which I still believe is too high. Based on the actual performance of the vehicle, I think that 44 miles per gallon is more reasonable, or it's a decent estimate. So that would suggest that over that 167 miles, if I had 44 miles per gallon average, that would yield having consumed 3.795 gallons. And so if you subtract off the amount of fuel that I had to fill up with, which is 1.794, that yields 2.001 gallons. So basically 2 gallons of unaccounted for fuel. I believe this has got to be in the tank somewhere, or the lines, or somewhere where when you go to fuel your car up, there's like 2 gallons worth of space that is unaccounted for in a full tank. Maybe if I would have sat there and clicked it over a bunch of times, it would have filled up and accounted for the additional 2 gallons, but I'm not really sure. So that's just kind of the explanation of the manual calculations. I know I wanted to mention that relative to what I measured on the actual vehicle's performance. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below.